What's going on, guys? Tools on the block back again. We're in the garage and I have a mini spray gun here, and we're going to open this guy up and check it out and see what it's about. I have these. This one I think I got in a set from the parts store, and this one is a Harbor Freight. And this one, I believe, is also a Harbor Freight. Yep, Central Pneumatic Professional, so also Harbor Freight. Used to be purple, but all that purple paint came off of it. So anyway, I got those three. I picked this one up. I was looking for something a little more user-friendly, I guess. Just like switch things up. So this is a mini spray gun. I'll put on the screen what model it was, or is. ISO 09001. It's got a nice instruction book. It is in English. That's pretty cool. Talks about spray distance, patterns, what it should look like. And it's got a breakdown of the gun, so pretty handy. Now, obviously this is smaller than the standard PPS, as you can see. I do have this size here. I use this for when I'm doing small parts, so I figured it'd be handy to have. Also handy when you're doing door jams, that kind of stuff. Got a little toolkit. One of those high flow European fittings. Not really a big fan of those, but anyway, could just be because I'm a novice. So a PPS cup and a hard cup. Got a couple liners there. Cap. So that's in the case. Pretty nice. PPS adapter, those are handy. Looks like an anodized unit. And the gun. So let's see how many this mini spray gun is. The Mini 888. So, I'm not familiar with all my spray guns. Oh man, I don't know what that is. Sheesh. Golly, look at that. Yes, I don't know what happened with this guy. This side looks good, but this looks like death. It's like almost looks like they dropped it on concrete or something. Just this piece, not the whole gun. That's kind of weird. This is an NTOOLS, which is the same company. I guess it does this one. It's a little bit different. Look pretty similar. Pretty much the same size gun. Of course, the tips are a little bit different. It's a 1.2, 1.3, so it's a little bit smaller. But the body portion at the bottom, you can see they're almost identical. I mean, not much difference there. So that portion's the same, but the head where the paint transfer happens is a little bit smaller. It's kind of a little quality issue there, I guess. A little concerning. Hopefully it doesn't show up and paint good on one side of the car and look like death on the other. So air down here at the bottom, pretty standard. That moves pretty smooth, actually smoother than this one. Yeah, so this gun right here, if you see this gun, I'm not really impressed with this gun. It was like 40 bucks. Now I will say this is better quality than the $40 version of the Harbor Freight gun. So if that means anything to you. So the fluid adjustment on here, I don't know, the threads on this particular gun are just not very smooth. It's really grindy. A lot of resistance when you turn the knobs. The other thing is the air fitting, this air adjustment knob, started leaking after I did the sealer on the Paul Hunter Camaro and before I did the silver. I still shot the silver with this gun because I was like, you know what, screw it, the thing's leaking air, whatever. If it blows up now, it blows up, and you know, I'm a base coat, so it wasn't a huge issue. So I did shoot it with that, and it did a pretty decent job as far as getting the silver laid down. It atomized it pretty well. I think probably about 28 PSI on this unit, though, because anything less than that seemed to have a little bit of trouble. But it broke it up pretty good, so not too bad. I'd recommend this over Harbor Freight, but there are definitely other guns out there that are better. Now, granted, I'm going to use this gun again and see if I can get a better result with it. So back to the 888. This is nice and smooth. Much better than the other unit I just showed you there. It's your fluid This is the fan at the top. Yeah, about a 3/4 of a full turn for the fan. No number indications or anything like that on there, so it's all on you. Spring, kind of like my other gun that I got. It's really stiff. Just in comparison, this R500, it's got a stiff spring, but the action's a lot smoother. I'll probably shorten the spring, soften it up a little bit, especially for a small gun like this. I mean, you don't want to be like wearing your hand out, laying paint down. I like a little bit softer spring. It helps with the finesse of the paint job, as far as I'm concerned. Some guys don't care, just squeeze the crap out of the thing. It's like, I need it wide open. But if you're working around small parts, then you need something, especially when you've got a smaller gun like this, touch-up gun. You're gonna want a little more flexibility with the pattern, being wide open or smaller, and then of course the amount of fluid going through. And a lot of that has to do with this right here. This spring mechanism is a big portion of that, because if it's too hard to pull, then you'll pull too much and you'll let out too much pain, and then you're totally defeating the purpose. So I'll probably pull this thing out of here. Like, yeesh. Man, they tell you to clean your guns when they get them brand new. They're not kidding. Look at that. This thing is lubed to golly. Man, I don't know what they're worried about. It's going to bind up in shipping or something. Wow. Yep, I can't get that guy out of there. It's so slick. It's so much lube, I can't get it off. Alright, here we go. Wow, big old suction out the front of the gun when I pull this needle out. I don't know if you heard that or not. Pretty nice, nice design there. That's pretty cool. You guys can see that or not. Now, one of my pet peeves is excess trigger play or trigger action, which to me, your gun trigger shouldn't be like sloppy, just flopping around. Sorry, I'm trying to get some of this extra grease off here. Even though I'm gonna clean this gun, it's just, man, golly. It's crazy. Crazy amount of lube on this thing. Alright, there we go. So even though I'm cleaning the gun, I'll just try to get some extra stuff over there. But anyway, back to my pet peeve. This right here. So this is not bad. It's got a little bit of slack in there. This is a gun I got from Marco, the Mark 1 Refinish Pro. A little slack, but it doesn't flop all over the place. This one, not bad. It's a little loose up top here. Not really a big fan of that. This is a DeVilbiss clone, the MV1 or the V1, and it has no play up at the top. It's got a little bit of play back here, but I've used this gun. I like it pretty well. Pretty much use this just for clear only. Now this one clanks a lot, way more than I think it should, and that's just design/build quality. So the needle here, there's a piece at the back that probably should be further forward so you don't have all that clanking around. But anyway, it's a clone, so that's what you get. That's where the shortcuts are at. This one doesn't really have a lot of play, so that is very nice. Let's take the air cap off, see what we got there. This one came off pretty easily, which is nice. Inside the gun. They never show you this on the pictures. They want all to be a surprise. There we go. Now, just like the last gun, this thing's on here so tight. Actually, that one is as bad. The other one I had to put on my table to get apart. So yeah, nice tip there. And got an atomization ring inside the gun, I believe. I got the polymer. Yeah, it's got a little plastic ring in there that helps with atomization. So those are fine. Just got to make sure you get them out to clean them. I did damage one before, so you got to be careful with those guys. If you don't get it exactly lined back up, then it can cause a big mess, and your paint spray pattern will be all screwed up, and you won't know what's wrong. And it's because you jacked your gun up. So anyway, I'm guilty of that one. I've done that before. I think that's going to wrap it up for the NTOOLS Mini 888. Pretty cool, pretty cool looking little gun. A little bit on the chintzy side, but it might actually perform pretty well. We're going to find out real soon because I'm actually going to do the mirrors. And GPS on there. Alright, that's going to wrap up this video on the NTOOLS Mini 888. My name's Erwin, this was in a block. If you guys would like to see more videos on some spray guns, just let me know in the comment section below, and we'll do some more comparison. I will follow up and let you know how this gun works, and the other one, the N500. Until then, we'll see you soon.